Forte Legato Coffee, where we celebrate the farmer. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we have many features coming up soon.
Hey y'all, it's Nick from Forte Legato Coffee, and I wanted to do a simple video for everybody today because it's almost my birthday. I figured everybody wanted something motivational. A lot of people ask, how do I do this, whatever it is I do. So what I figured I'd do is I would give you the 3 steps to leading a productive and happy life. Honestly, who am I to tell you what to do? Never mind. I don't have any credibility to tell you anything like that. But I can at least tell you 3 steps to a new coffee. So right now I'm driving down to Goose Creek to hit the Continental Warehouse, and I'm about to pick up one of the most amazing coffees that you could ever find. We have just got a hold of a bag of a honey processed Geisha from Finca Nueva Granada, based out of Guatemala. And so I'm going there to pick up this coffee. So it's a birthday present for me, but it's really a present for y'all, because you get to have one of the best floral and tasting coffees that you could. Whenever I've purchased Geisha in the past, like say from Panama, you know, I paid anywhere from $50 to $80, $100. Thankfully, we're going to be able to keep the costs down for this, and we will let you know about the release, the tasting notes, everything like that within the next week. But this will be available. We'll shoot some email blasts out. Some of you will receive some texts via Square, just to let you know that we have it. This is just one of the things that we're doing right now before we prepare for a container of coffee to come in from Cameroon next month. We'll also be doing a special release with some of the Cameroon coffee. Could be for those people that like dark roasts. We may be pushing some of our light to medium roast a little bit darker with the Cameroon, which actually tastes really good.
All right, so what's the big deal about Gesha or Geisha? Well, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's... Wait, can I... Here? I don't know. But it is an amazing cup of coffee. So, history or origins of it, it is said that it's actually come from a region or town in Ethiopia that's called Gesha, G-E-S-H-A, which eventually evolved to Geisha, not to be confused with something else from Japan. But... so we have this new varietal that's brought over to Costa Rica. From Costa Rica, it finds its way to Panama. And then from Panama, especially in the Boquete region, we actually start finding some amazing coffees in 2004. But if we rewind back to 1960, we know that the first farmers that actually had this didn't like the plants because there were issues with it. It either grew too tall, they had to be spaced further apart, meaning you actually could grow less coffee, and it was a little bit more difficult to work with, didn't taste like your normal coffee. Well, eventually, that coffee ended up being an amazing coffee. So places like Hacienda La Esmeralda and other farms throughout Panama took this coffee on. Now, we're talking like $350 per pound of coffee, up through $1,000 green. So we're talking about an amazing varietal. Great notes of floral and also fruit, which, if you think about it, you go back to Ethiopia, if you've had your Harars or if you had your Yirgachefs, you notice that you can get some amazing blueberry, you can get notes, floral notes, lavender, things like that. So take that all the way to Central America and it changes the coffee just a little bit. Now, we go back to, what do we actually have here today? Well, let's talk about the processing to begin with. So, as we're processing coffees, come back here, wow, going from this way to this way, as you can see, this is a fruit dried or natural coffee. Now, as you move this way, the next one we have is a honey processed. So you pull the skin off, leave some of the mucilage on, have it dry before we actually do anything else to it, and then that's what comes back. That's a honey process. Then you've got your standard fully washed coffees. So if we take this geisha, we take this honey process, and we combine that with one of our farms that we use frequently, and that's Finca Nueva Granada, we then have a coffee that we're making available to you. So it's going to be pretty easy. We're going to offer it in half-pound batches, which will be $20. We're also going to offer it in 1 pound, which will be $37.50. Now, if you think about the cost of other ones, I've spent up to $80 to $100 for certain kinds of geisha out of Panama, and this is going to be a good deal. Why? The notes are amazing. I actually can taste blueberry, but at the same time, I'm smelling rose and it cools to jasmine, which is phenomenal. It also has some notes of like milk chocolate. It's a very, very good coffee, which I want you to be able to have. So we're going to have a few different offerings of this coffee starting on Monday. Now, there are some people that get dibs in early. So we only have about 20 pounds of this to go. But we do have certain customers that always purchase online. Alexi, thank you. 3 pounds are already coming your way. Dave Scamizzi, you know some's coming your way. These customers, which always purchase monthly from us and purchase the most, you guys get first dibs. So we're now already at about 14 pounds left after I drank 2 myself. So that's what's gonna happen. Wait for details because we have a lot of things going on next week between Mother's Day, between this, between a new website release, and of course, we've got the coffee truck going out to many different destinations still, and our store is still open from 7:30 to 2 on weekdays, and then 9 to noon on Saturday. I thank you so much for your time. Glad we could chat a little bit about the new coffee that we have in, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Hi, it's Nick from Forte Legato Coffee. Thanks so much for watching our video. We'd love it if you would click to subscribe, as we got many other features coming up in the future. If you want to order some of the Geisha coffee, you can click on the link in the descriptions and we'll be able to ship some straight to you. Thanks a lot and hope to see you soon.